And it says, write the following numbers in order of size. Start with the smallest. So what I did, I worked out all of these numbers on my calculator. I worked all of these guys out on my calculator, and I put the answers directly underneath, as you can see there. Now, the trick to get the 2 marks is, first of all, I'm going to look to see which is the smallest, and I can see that this one is my smallest. If you only wrote out these numbers, like 5062.25 first, and then 562.5 second, that one third, and that one fourth, you'd only get 1 mark. And the trick is to think, okay, well, this guy's the smallest, and they want it all in standard form, really. So I'm going to write this out first. 56,250 times by 10 to the power of 3. That was my smallest one. Then going up, this is my next one. So I'm going to put my comma in and then write 0.005625 times by 10 to the 5. That was my second one. And then my next biggest one was this one. That's my third one. So 5,625. And then my last one was this one. And 5.625 times 10 to the 4. I think that's quite mean, because you would get 1 mark for just listing all these guys here, but to get your 2 marks, you need to do it in the form that they've given you. Work out 2.56 times 10 to the power of 6 times by 4.12 times 10 to the minus 3, all divided by 1.6 times 10 to the minus 2. Okay, first of all, use your fraction button on your calculator. That's our friend. Fraction button on the calculator. Type in the numerator and then press the down arrow, type in the denominator, and then press equals the answer button, the exe, and you'll get that as your number. We've now got to put this into standard form. Now, technically, we have a decimal point here with a 0 after, and we've got to move this decimal point so our number ends up between 1 and 10. But remember, it can't actually equal 10. So I'm going to do my jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be 6.592 times by 10 to the power of 5, because I had to move the decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Asma was asked to compare the following 2 numbers. A equals 6.212 times 10 to the power of 8, and B equals 4.73 times 10 to the power of 9. Now, she says 6.212 is bigger than 4.73, so A is bigger than B. Is she correct? And we have to give a reason for our answer. First job, work out the 2 numbers. Work out the value of A, label it A. Work out the value of B, label it B. Do that first. You can use your calculator, and the answer I got for those is, for B, I got 4,730 million. And then for A, I got 621,200,000. They are really hard numbers to say. Okay, so was she correct? No, she was completely wrong. She was completely wrong. B is way bigger than A. So what are we going to write? We are going to write no. And then we will say that 4,730 million, that's a lot of zeros, is larger than A, which is 621,200,000. So I forgot to put B is, there we go. Work out the value of 2.4 times 10 to the 3 times by 9.5 times 10 to the 5. and give your answer in standard form. We can use our calculator, and the skill in this is then converting it to standard form. It's worth 2 marks, which is quite nice. So you'll get that answer when you've done all of those numbers in brackets. And what we need to do now is to pop it back into standard form. Standard form, as we know, is a number with a value between 1 and 10, but it can't be 10. So let's have a look. Our decimal point technically is here at the end, and we have to think, okay, how many times is it going to jump? So I need it to end up there, because then this number here will be between 1 and 10. Let's just undo that and undo that. Okay, how many times are you going to jump? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So our answer would be 2.28 times by 10 to the power of 9. Work out 13.8 times 10 to the power of 7 times by 5.4 times 10 to the power of minus 12. Give your answer as an ordinary number. So if we pop all of that into our calculators, because it's a calculator paper, we will get that. Now, that is an ordinary number. We don't need to do anything else. This is a gift of a question, because literally we use our calculator, we just do what the question says, and we have our answer. Perfect.